Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Ty. Welcome back to the Ty channel. Welcome to another video. Before I start, I must say I'm on my new laptop, Rockstar number 2. It looks so clear right now. I don't know if maybe it's just clear because the laptop's clean and it's new, so the screen doesn't have any dust or anything on it, so that's why it looks so clear. Or if it's the camera and the laptop working together to make me look so beautiful right now, but this is just so crisp and clear, and I love it. Anyways. So I just got off of watching the quarter and the semifinals of the Mae Young Classic on One Bunch, episode 7 and 8. Were some pretty good episodes, nonetheless. We had our final 8 women that were going into the Mae Young Classic face off against each other, and the winner has to go into the semifinals, where they will face off against each other, who will go on to the final round. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So the first match we had was Mercedes Martinez versus Abby Laith. I went in this thinking that Abby Laith was going to win it, but I was so wrong. Mercedes Martinez came out of it with the win. Lots of strikes from Mercedes. Well, no, not as many strikes as it was in the semifinals, but she did a good number on Abby. Abby was fighting back as much as she can. Abby went for her alligator clutch, which I'm sure she would have locked in. It would have been over for her. But Mercedes got out of it, kicked her in the face, hit her Fisherman Buster for the win, and Mercedes Martinez advances to the semifinals. And immediately once Mercedes made it, I'm like, I didn't have to think because I already knew Shayna was making it to semifinals. I'm like, yeah, Shayna's making it to semifinals. So then the match after that was Shayna Baszler versus Candice LeRae. I didn't even need to watch this match. I would already do like, yeah, well, Candice LeRae, Mighty Mouse ain't beating Big Bad Brody over here. Shayna Baszler, big bad UFC fighter going up against Mighty Mouse. I mean, it makes some good underdog story, but it just wasn't happening. Candice LeRae tried all she could. She didn't get too much offense in. Shayna doing what she does best, not selling any of it, punching her, kicking her. It all came to a fault when she had Shayna on the top rope. Candice was on the top rope to go for her top rope neck breaker, and Shayna was able to counter that. They both fell off. And she went into her crossface move. I forgot what it's called, but I think it's a something driver. She locked that in, and from there she started tapping out, and it was over. Shayna made it to the semifinals, but she didn't let go. She did not let go, and she just had it since then. She's steadily tapping. Referee trying to get her off her, but she's not letting go. My mom's like, "Oh, this woman, I hate her," and I'm like, "I hate her too," but she's good, so I can't hate her. She ain't let go for a good 20 seconds. And when she let go, she almost passed up. She let go just enough time. Shayna celebrated. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, and I forgot what the trainer's name is. I forgot what the trainer's name is, but they came out to hand Shayna flowers, which seemed kind of weird. Not weird because they were handing it to her, but just seeing Shayna with flowers looked so weird because, you see this badass woman actually getting flowers. It's like, okay. So she took the flowers and posed with them. Johnny Gargano got in the ring to aid to his wife, Candice LeRae, and Shayna started walking up to her. Johnny looking at her. I'm like, yeah, Johnny, punch her in the face. And of course, he's not going to do that. Shayna then walked over and kicked her leg because she's like, get up. She kicked her leg and then walked out of the ring. So I was waiting for Johnny to get up. Even if he didn't punch her, which I'm sure was not going to happen, I really wanted him to get up in her face and act like he's about to do something, but don't. Like, that would have put a nice touch on it. But, of course, PG, they didn't want to do all that. Maybe if it was TV-14, he would have got up all up in her face, but he didn't, and she walked away. Then we got on to the next match, which was, I'm trying to remember the order. Let me look back on my phone real quick. Which was Toni Storm versus Piper Niven. It was a weaker match of the bunch. Piper Niven used her body weight as she did in previous matches. The more we look at Piper Niven, I'm like, okay, she's not that good, but she's okay. I felt like for a woman her size, my mom put it good. She said for a woman her size, she could do a lot more. And by that she means there's big guys. There's like big guys like Big Mac, Lucha Underground, and Kevin Owens, even though they're not her size. Big Mac kind of is. And Kevin Owens. There's big guys who can move around much faster, do a lot more agile things than Piper's doing, and she's not really doing all that much. So you know, Piper was exposed. But Toni did her best. She kicked her. She counterlocked. She tried to go for a German suplex like twice, and I'm like, why are you trying to German suplex this big woman? You know you ain't gonna hit it. It all came to a fault when Piper Niven went to the top rope. I guess she had Toni down. I guess she was going to the top rope for a top rope splash because that's all she kept doing was a splash, which kind of was getting repetitive at this point. She went for a splash. Toni got up real quickly, hit her with a German suplex off top rope, basically hooked her arms around her, threw her off the top rope. If you see W2K17 gameplay, you know what that move looks like. She took her off the rope, then, excuse me, they proceeded to go for her finisher. I forgot exactly what she hit. What did Toni hit on her? Toni hit something on her, but I cannot remember exactly. And she got the win. Toni Storm making it to the semifinals. And then the next match, Dakota Kai versus Kairi Sane. I was very excited for this match. I like Dakota Kai. I like Kairi Sane. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be a really good match. And it was a really good match. A lot of chops from these two women. Dakota Kai kicking the hell out of Kairi Sane. There were a lot of kicks from Dakota Kai. A lot of haluva kicks as well. She does it, in my opinion, she does it's a smidgen better than Sami Zayn does it. Just a smidgen better than Sami Zayn. She did it like twice. I think every time she tried to go for a high-risk move, Kairi Sane got back up to hit her with something better. Kairi Sane does, like, if not the best neckbreaker I know of wrestling, where she kind of, where she kind of like throws her opponent at, I can't even get the move. Okay, that's kind of embarrassing. Where she kind of just gets up and like throws herself at her opponent and then hits the neckbreaker. It's crazy. Hold on, I got like. She kind of gets up and throws herself at her opponent in a way, and from there she hits the neckbreaker. So that being said, after she hit the neckbreaker, I blew my nose. Can you have me a tissue, please? So after she hit the neckbreaker, it led to Kairi Sane getting her down with her Alabama slam, going to the top rope, hitting the best elbow drop in the business today. Take it. Hitting the best elbow drop in business today, and getting a win over Dakota Kai. And you know, flowers came out for Dakota for Kairi as well, and I'm like, yay, good for Kairi. Well, no, the flowers came when they made it to the semifinals. I'm kind of jumping in a little bit here, but they shook hands, and you know, we go into the semifinals. So the first semifinal match was Mercedes Martinez versus Shayna Baszler. We got a little bit of insight into the background that the two actually were buddy in the independent circuit, which I didn't know that. I don't think anyone knew that. So it's nice that they actually touched up on it, and we didn't have to go up and look for information. You know, they kind of brought it up before the match happened. They could have done it earlier, but then it kind of would have gave away the fact that this was going to be a semifinal match. So I liked how they waited until the semifinals to let you know. So it made the match all the more, you know, what's the word? All the more hype because, you know, there's history between these women. They know each other more. So when they got into the ring, Mercedes did a lot of offense. Now, I already went into this like there is no way Shayna's going to no sell and dominate Mercedes the way that she's dominated all these other women. There's no way she's going to do that. So she went in. She thought she was, and Mercedes, she was forearming the hell out of her, chopping her. Every time she went for a kick, she kind of blocked it and followed up with more forearms. Shayna's chest was just really red at that point, getting all pink and whatnot. Every time Mercedes was trying to go for something, though, that wasn't like an elbow or a kick, Shayna had something to counter with. There was a few submissions locked in by Shayna that she got out of. But there was one that she could not get out of, and that, of course, was the crossface that she locked in. Well, before that, Mercedes locked in submission of her own. She locked in her own crossface on Shayna. Shayna got out of it. I think she went for a suplex because she was suplexing the hell out of her for a second. She hit a German suplex, and then she hit two Saito suplexes, a German suplex. Then she's going for regular suplex, and Shayna countered it. She lifted her up for her own suplex, dropped her down, You know, locked in the cross face, and I'm waiting. I'm like, yes, come on. Everyone's cheering for Mercedes Gavit, but she taps out. Shayna wins. The flowers then come out, and that's when Triple H, Stephanie, and what's her name came out and congratulate her. Then we get on to the semifinal. The next semifinal match was Toni Storm versus Kairi Sane. Another really good match. I felt like the previous match was slightly better, but this is another good match by these two women. Lots of punches, lots of kicks. There was one spot during the match was just painful to watch, which was Kairi Sane going for a top rope dive onto Toni Storm, but she went for it and she kind of went to the side a little bit too much, and her face straight up hit, just straight up smacked the little guard thing. When you're walking down the ramp and it's metal, she straight up hit it with her face. I'm like, ah, it like hurt so much. I felt the pain in my face when I saw that. So she hit that guy on her pin. Of course, she had to go pin her. That didn't work. Got some more offensive moves on her. This is a really good match. Kairi Sane finished it up with an elbow to the back because Toni was laying on her backside, was laying on her belly. So she had to go for the elbow on the backside. So she hit it. Boom. Now, I'm thinking, okay, she hit it on the backside. She might kick out, but she didn't, which is good. They're keeping the move strong for Shayna to either kick out of it or counter it. I feel like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the quarterfinal match, Jim Ross strategically mentioned how Kairi has never missed the elbow drop. So he already planted the seed that Shayna could possibly either counter it or move out of the way. That's what I feel like is going to happen. And if that does happen, I feel like Shayna's going to win. So that being said, she hit the elbow drop on Toni, got the pin, and she won the match. And now the final round is going to be Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. No stipulation. Well, it's a 30-minute time limit, I believe. There's no set reward yet, which I think the reward is going to be either the NXT Women's Championship or the winner will face one of the NXT wrestlers for that NXT Women's Championship. Maybe an NXT title match, not the championship. I think if she gets the championship, it might be a bit unfair. But that being said, the final round is Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. Very excited for it. These two women are really good. Kairi Sane is much better than Shayna at wrestling, but Shayna has that UFC background. Kairi has the strong style wrestling background. It's going to make for a really good match. Very hard to call. I want to say Kairi Sane is going to win it, but I feel like they're building up Shayna Baszler to be this big, beefy UFC woman that could take on anybody. So I'm thinking that my mind is telling me Shayna, but my heart says Kairi. So I don't know. I'm kind of in a little bit of dilemma there. I asked my mom. She said Shayna's going to win. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with Kairi. But if Kairi misses that elbow drop, then I'm going to go with Shayna because there ain't no way she going to miss that elbow drop and that man's hit it again. If she misses the elbow drop, it's all over for Shayna. It's all over for Kairi, and Shayna's going to win it. So I'll probably switch my answer if that happens. If it doesn't, Kairi wins. Because I don't think they're going to have anyone kick out of the elbow drop. I think they're going to wait on having someone kick out of the elbow drop. You know what I mean? Perfect time to do it. Anyway, so that was the quarterfinals, semifinals. Overall, this is a great women's tournament. It's no Cruiserweight Classic, but it was a great women's tournament. I loved every second of it. I'm going to make a new video on the top 8. Well, I don't want to do a list. Women who I think WWE should sign, because there are a few. Not everyone should be signed, because not everyone should be there. But they should sign that few handful of names. I'm going to have to do that in another video. But thank y'all for watching this and my previous reviews. I know my previous reviews have been getting a lot of reaction, a lot of views, about 100 each one. My first one, I think, got 400. So that's really good. So thank y'all for watching this one. Hopefully a lot of people watch this review. I love you guys, and I will see you all. I'm going to be live streaming the final round, so hopefully you guys tune in with me for the final round. I will see you all for the fight around with the Mae Young Classic. Peace. Woo!